this is Pins. Seen anything of Slag Bailey? Okay. Huh? Message? Yeah, tell him if he ain't heard about it yet. He's fighting tonight.
You better get him a bodyguard. Okay, I'll let you talk to Chief. Hold on. Sleeves on the phone.
Oh, tell him I'm out. You're a good entertainer, dearie, but you'll last longer if you keep your mind on your singing and off the customers.
Oh, thank you so much. But you see, I've never worked in a dump before.
He's looking for Slag.
Oh. And by the way, I'm running a nice, respectable joint here, and don't you call it a dump. Take it easy, chump. That's a compliment.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, how do I know where he is? You're his manager, aren't you? Why don't you keep him on a leash?
All right, but listen to this. I bet every dime I've got on Slag to knock this mug out tonight.
That doesn't make any difference to me.
Oh, yeah? Well, maybe you'll give this a tumble. I bet old Slag's dough, too. Yeah, his end of the purse and everything. Yeah, I thought that'd make a difference.
That guy.
Who, Pins?
No, Slag, he's such a fool. We've got to round him up. It's going to be just too bad if he loses that fight.
All right, Jim. Hello, Swade.
What do you want?
Oh, you're so hard to do business with, Pat.
Listen, Swade. I never sold liquor cut more than 25%. So you can peddle that stuff you call Scotch someplace else. I'm not buying anything.
Well, you're buying from that friend of Slag's.
Why not? Slag put up for this place.
That's a nice place, too. I'd hate to see it all mussed up, wouldn't you?
What do you mean?
What do you think I mean? Now get smart. Do we sell you or don't we?
You don't, we.
Okay, if that's the way you feel about it. Here you are, Jim. Find the want ads on the back page.
Everyone can see that I adore you. They all know it's the reason I'm so blue. I haven't kept it from anyone. Everyone knows.
Good evening, Mr. Bailey.
Hi, Dolly. How's every little this and that?
Oh, just fine.
The whippoorwills are sympathizing too. I haven't kept it from anyone.
Hello, Mr. Bailey.
But you. I talk about you to those who will hear me.
Hi,
talk about you.
Hi, Tommy, old boy. Going to fight tonight?
Yeah, you bet. I'm betting on you.
I talk
in a
about
bag.
you, but when you are near
Hello,
me,
Dorothy.
don't say a word.
Good luck, Slag.
I've tried every way that I can think of.
Did you tell her what I told you last night?
I certainly did, Mr. Bailey.
And what did she say?
She said okay.
And did she act like she meant it?
She certainly did.
'Cause everyone knows it but you.
If dames were a dime a dozen and you were a billionaire, you'd be broke in a week.
Oh, Chief, don't get jealous.
Jealous? The more you bother with these dumbbells, the less nuisance you are to me. If I'm not too inquisitive, what do you do for a living?
Oh, Are you kidding me?
No, you're too good at kidding yourself. Why aren't you down at that arena?
I got plenty of time, honey.
You ain't got much else.
I know what I'm doing.
You happen to know what that manager of yours has done?
No, what?
He's not only bet his end of the purse, but yours too.
Smart guy, Pins.
Not so smart. Betting on you when you're out of shape.
Who's out of shape?
Comb your hair in the back.
Oh, you know it won't stay down. Kind of hot in here, ain't it?
Have you been drinking?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Fine. Little this and that,
Well, how do you do, Mr. Bailey?
How you Betty? Sit down.
Do you mind?
No, sit down.
Coming over and watch me dust off Buzz Kenton?
Oh, I'm afraid I can't get away, but I shall be tuned in on the radio.
Maybe it'd be a good idea if you started that dusting off business right now.
Don't pay any attention to her. You know, always kidding.
So he ain't here, huh?
You were born with that hat on, I suppose.
Trained for Buzz Kenton? Why, he's just a green kid out of college. Yeah, shave and I shine, I'm all set for him.
Yeah? You're all set, are you?
Well, if it ain't old Pinsy himself, how's every little this and that?
Come on.
Okay. Don't forget to tune in and listen me step on this college mouse.
Do as he tells you and you'll end up wearing diamonds.
I could go for years without seeing you.
That's swell. You can start now.
See you later, honey.
Comb your hair in the back.
Will you stay away from him?
Okay, Buzz, you can take this.
Look, Slag, we gotta win this one. You hear me? We gotta. All our dough's up and... You can't lose. You can't.
Snap out of it, Slag. Snap out of it. If he could only fight like he talks.
A great fight.
The big
helping
palooka.
flag Vale out
Not
right
you.
now, and he looks pretty badly beaten.
Ed, you can sock me in the jaw if you want to. Oh, that's all right, Slake. Now keep your head down. I know it's tough losing all that dough, but we get it back the next time. I don't need it next time. I need it now. What's the rush? Nothing, just need it, that's all. What's the matter, Pins? You in a jam? No, it's nothing. My own fault anyway. So you need dough right away, huh? All right. I'll get it for you. Where? How? Cash from cash. How's that for a nifty, huh? Hi, Cash, old boy. I'll be with you in a second. All right, Slag, what is it? Oh, this guy fought tonight. He was a little tougher than I figured. I saw the fight. Yeah. Rematch pack him in, won't it? Think so? Sure. And what I'll do to that guy then? Hey, Cash. Pinzer needs a little dough, and what? Well, I thought maybe you might slip us a grand in advance on the next bout. There isn't going to be any next bout. What do you mean? You tell him, Pins. Come on, Slag. Hey, wait a minute. Let's get this straight. All right, Slag, you asked for it. Here it is. You're through. Washed up. Folded. I wouldn't put you on in a preliminary. You can't do that to me, not after all the dough I've made for you. Come on, let's go. Take your manager's tip. He's giving you good advice. Say, what does he mean I'm washed up? I was a little off tonight, but say, I can hold my own with any of those mugs. Isn't that right, Pins? Sure. Say, the chief's got money. Well, the good that does me. Oh, she's all right. You two just don't understand each other, that's all. She's a good gal, and you can always depend on her being in on the showdown. Hello, Betty.
Hello.
Hi, Buzz. Hi, Slag. They jump over the fence fast these days.
Hello? I hear you cleaned up on the fight tonight. Why didn't you let me in on a good thing? You have alibis, of course.
No, not me. It's all my fault. Only I wasn't feeling any too good, and this guy Kenton certainly put over a lucky punch. Look cheap.
Well,
We'd like to put the bite on you
You'd
for...
like to what?
Well, Pins needs some money right away.
I know that story by heart. I tell it to myself when I'm broke. I tell it, Flag, but I don't listen to it.
But he's got to have it.
Oh, you mean something's going to happen to him if he doesn't get it?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, isn't that too bad? I can hardly bear it. Watch me cry. You're killing me.
A good gal, and always in at the showdown.
They certainly jump over the fence fast. Well, if that's the way you feel about it.
Sit down. You're even dumber than I thought you were. Do you think I'm giving you the runaround because you took one on the chin? You want to dope for that guy. Well, he doesn't get a dime. How much do you want?
Now you're talking like my old pal.
Wait a minute. I only wrestle bears in the wintertime. Uh-oh.
That guy bothering you again?
Yeah, he's still trying to unload.
Oh, he is he? I'll take care of him.
Uh-oh. Crabbe, fellas.
Hi, Swade. Hello, Slag. Pardon me. Cat here.
Anyway. Fine mess you've made a thing.
I got you out of jail, didn't I?
You got me in, too, didn't you?
Oh, forget it.
I will if you get out of my sight. Go on over to your own apartment and stay there. Well?
Here's your heel.
Yeah.
Oh, gee, Pat, I couldn't let that guy put one over on you like that, could I?
So everything is just dandy. We put 10,000 bucks into that joint, and what do you think it's worth now?
Oh, bad break, honey, but we can get the place fixed up.
With what? Your manager tossed it all away. How'd that guy lead you around by the nose?
Hey, look, there ain't nobody leading Slag Bailey no place by no nose.
What about Buzz Canton?
That's right. Go ahead. Throw it up to me. I go in the ring and I take a beating like no other guy would, and you...
Oh, go bury your head. My rent's paid.
What's the matter, Joe?
Can I see you alone a minute, Slag?
Well, sure.
You see him here or you don't see him at all?
Go ahead.
It's about Pins. I think he's gone daffy.
What's the matter with him?
Well, a few minutes ago, I tried to get some dough off him. And he says, sure, come on. So he walks me over to the arena around by the back door.
What's he gonna do, knock over the safe?
You ain't kidding, lady. That's just what he's gonna do. He wanted to cut me in, but I beat it. I don't want any of that stuff.
Come on.
Oh, no, you don't.
I don't what?
You don't go down there and walk yourself back into jail.
Don't be silly. I'm not going to let Pins make a mug of himself. to be any trouble you don't want to be in on. Go on. Pins. I'll get you out of here.
What's going on here?
Somebody tried to crack the safe.
Who fired the shot?
I did.
Did you hit him?
No, he got away.
May still be in the building. You two search the arena. Come on.
Like this, you mean? On my left knee. I see. What's this? Okay. All right. I'll try. I wonder you wouldn't wait a couple of days and give a guy a chance to rest up instead of yanking him in here to work. All right, Jimmy. How do you like this slave driver?
Well, someone tried to crack Mr. Enright's safe. Didn't you hear the shots?
No. Oh, I did hear somebody going down a hall.
When?
Just a minute ago. I thought it was you.
Heard him mention any relatives?
He was just a guy around.
No idea why he shot himself?
I lost the fight, you know. He had quite a bit of dough bet on me. And I know he was feeling pretty low.
And you found him lying in the bathroom when you came in?
That's right.
Okay.
Suicide. The guy chisels on you for years, and you pay him back by giving him a swell send-off.
Oh, Pins was all right. He must have had a good reason for what he did.
What's that?
I don't know. I thought it better to clean out his pockets. You know, after I let him down at the fights tonight, he kind of lost his head.
Say, this is a deed to a house in a place called Hilldale. So this is where all the money went. Do you know who paid for this house?
Well, I guess Pins did if he owned it.
No, you did.
I never bought any house any place.
This was bought with the money he held out on you. The money he said he bet on you and lost. Now I know why he scrammed out of here every Saturday. He was fixing up this place in Hilldale, all set to walk out on you the minute you were through.
Oh, Pins wouldn't have done a thing like that. Say, you oughtn't to read his telegrams.
He took your dough, didn't he?
Don't make sense to me.
What does? I get it. I don't know what all those E's stand for, but I do know what a G is.
Yeah?
A G's a grand, $1,000, you dope. And there's 4 G's there, $4,000. And the guy that's got it's going to be at that house tomorrow. And you know who's going to be there to meet him?
No, I don't know.
You are. And I'm going along to see you don't get talked out of anything.
Hey, this has nothing to do with us. Besides, I can't go now.
What's keeping you?
Well, I got fights to get and training to do.
Listen, when you were up there doing all right, nobody could get you to train. And now that you're all washed up...
Who's all washed up? Say, I'm better than I ever was.
You could be better than that and you'd still be through. The only training you're going to do is on a choo-choo train between here and Hilldale.
I ain't going to no Hilldale.
Oh, yes, you are.
I am not?
You are?
No.
Yes.
No.
You handcuffed.
Oh.
Never mind, you can lock it up again. Funny looking place for a hideout.
Hey, Chief. We ain't got no business here.
We got no business left back in town, I can tell you that. This is where Ted gets the surprise of his life.
Hey, what's them?
Flowers, lame brain.
I know they're flowers. I ain't dumb, but what kind?
Geraniums, I guess. What else would they be in a burg like this? Hey, give me those keys you took off Pins.
Cute little place, ain't it?
Glad you like it. Don't forget you bought it. Plenty of groceries here. What a sucker you've been.
Don't look like anybody ever lived here.
If you went in the bathroom, you come out eating a cake of soap. Hey, get a load of this.
Why, pins.
Who's the dame?
I don't know. She's kind of pretty.
Do you ever see her with him?
Not this one.
Then she's probably the one that counts. That must be that Ted guy.
And now, wait a minute. I'll take care of him. You had enough fighting last night.
Oh.
What do you want?
Oh, isn't this where Mr. Streever lives?
Streever? What? Oh, yeah, sure. Who are you?
I'm Ted.
Did you send this?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I sent it to Dad yesterday.
Dad?
You Pins boy?
Pins? Oh, no, sir. I'm... James Streever's my father.
Hey, what do you know about that? Can you imagine he...
Listen, what do you mean by all those E's and G's?
Excellent and good. Those are the marks I got in school. I got the G's for arithmetic and the E's for history. I'm pretty good in history.
Just a slight touch of asthma. He'll get over it in a minute.
May I come in?
Oh, why, certainly. Come on in. So, Streever was... Streever is your father, hey?
Yes, ma'am. Isn't he here?
Well, no, he couldn't come down today, so Mr. Bailey and me, we,
Bailey?
Yeah.
Then you're Mrs. Bailey.
Mrs. Bailey?
Oh, sure. Father's told me lots about you and Mr. Bailey. He says you're his best friends.
Did he say Mr. and Mrs. Bailey?
Oh, yes. Father doesn't talk about anybody else.
Oh.
Gee, it's nice here. Dad said I'm going to have a room all to myself.
Oh, that's grand. I bet it's upstairs. Why don't you go on up and take a look at it, huh?
Will you excuse me?
Sure, go on up. Well?
Can you imagine that Pins having a son?
Never mind that. Where'd the kid get this Mrs. Bailey stuff?
Well, don't you get it cheap? He thinks you're Mrs. Bailey.
Me? Married to you? No, thanks. I'm having no romance with you.
Okay.
I've told you 40 times I wouldn't marry you, and that goes.
Who's asking you?
You are.
I am not. It's a kid.
All right, so it's the kid. Come on, let's get out of here. Train leaves here in an hour.
Okay, but,
But what? We've drawn a blank here, haven't we?
Well, don't you think we'd ought to tell the kid about Pins?
Yes, I guess we ought to. Well, go on up and make it snappy.
Wouldn't it be better if you...
Not me. That's a man's job.
I'll say it is.
Well, go on up and get it over with. Well, go on, what are you waiting for? Hurry up.
Well, some room, Mr. Bailey, isn't it?
Yeah. Nice room.
What's the matter with your face?
What do you mean, what's the matter with my face?
Oh, did you run into something?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I ran into something.
Oh, that's too bad. Are you and Mrs. Bailey going to stay with us a while?
Oh, not long. Look, Dad, where you been living?
I've been going to the Ellington School for the last 2 years. That's in Melvale.
Ellington School, huh?
Yes, sir.
Pretty nice school?
Oh, it's keen. Only sometimes it got kind of lonesome when Dad couldn't come up to see me.
Oh, he did come up, though, huh?
Every Saturday he could. But he's got so much business to attend to. You know, traveling around all the time with you. He says you're one of the best traveling salesmen in the country.
Traveling salesman? Did he tell you about what we were selling?
Of course. Leather goods.
Leather. Oh, sure. That's right, leather goods.
Look what he brought me. I guess you know what a good mitt that is.
Say, you couldn't miss a ball with this. Here, let me help you with that. Say, your mother, she,
Mother died when I was 6 years old.
Haven't you any relatives, aunts, uncles, or...
No, sir. I guess not. Dad never told me about any. He always says there's just him and me.
Oh, just you and him?
Yes, sir. Oh, then, of course, you and Mrs. Bailey. He says Mrs. Bailey's awful nice to both of you.
She always was kind of crazy about your father.
That's what Dad says.
What do you know about that?
What do you know about what?
Pins never told a kid he was in the fight racket. He was figuring on quitting and settling down here with him.
Well, that's out now.
Yeah, I guess that's why Pins wanted the money so bad. You know, to run on till he got a job. Go in business, something like that.
I always told you you'd rat on us. Well, did you tell the youngster?
Well, I...
You what?
Well, you see, the kid hadn't had anything to eat since breakfast, and...
Did you tell him or didn't you?
Look, Pat, you can't tell a kid a thing like that when he's hungry. Besides, I told him you'd fix him up something to eat.
I'd fix? Will you?
Oh, now, Chief, he's been on a train all day. Couldn't you cook him up a little supper before we go?
What good's a little supper gonna do? You think it's gonna bring Pins back? You know I can't cook. And if I could, I wouldn't. If you think I'm gonna miss this train out of here, you're crazy.
Gee, that smells good.
You'd have been out of luck if I hadn't found this can opener around.
Oh, how do they cook those things and then put them in a can?
Look, why don't you go in and help Mr. Bailey set the table before he breaks all the dishes, huh?
Oh, sure. Boy, this is good.
Break my heart if you didn't like it.
Pulling your claws.
Oh, I'm sorry you burned your fingers, Mrs. Bailey. You want me to run down and get you something at the drugstore?
No, thanks. They're all right. Finish your dinner and don't talk so much.
Yes, ma'am. Dad always told me what a good cook you were.
Me, a good cook?
Mm-hmm. I know all about the swell meals you cook for him and Mr. Bailey when they come in off the road together. He says you're a wonderful housewife.
So I'm a housewife, hey?
Have some more beans.
Oh, no thanks, Mr. Bailey. I'm about full.
Well, if you've had enough, why don't you run upstairs while we clear up?
Oh, don't you want me to help?
No, we can do it.
Oh, do you think Dad'll get in tonight?
I don't know about tonight.
I sure hope he does. I got lots to tell him about school and...
You better run along like Mrs. Bailey says.
Oh, okay. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Ted.
Oh, even if I'm asleep when he gets here, will you wake me up?
Oh, sure.
Good night.
Good night. You want me to help?
We're not doing any dishes. That was just a stall. We're getting out of here right now while he's upstairs.
Oh.
Come on. Now, look here. I cooked dinner just to please you. Burned all my fingers doing it. But if you think I'm going to stick around here and...
Oh, no, I didn't mean that. I was just wondering if you had any more coffee. You know, Chief, you make darn good coffee.
Ah, beginner's luck. Here, put this on. Come on, let's get going. Go get your hat.
Look, Chief, maybe I ought to tell him.
I told you that when he first came in here.
After all, he's Pins' boy, and...
Oh, well, go on up and get it off your chest. I'll wait outside.
Boo! Oh, I thought it was Dad. I hope I didn't scare you.
You sure did. I guess I'll get over it all right. Come here, son. I want to talk to you. Sit down.
Oh, did you hear from Dad?
Well, no.
Oh.
Listen, Ted. I got some bad news for you.
What is it?
Well, it's... Well, I don't want you to get upset.
You mean Dad isn't coming right away?
Well, not right away. You see, he...
He had to go on another trip?
Yes, in a kind of a way.
A long trip?
Yeah, a long trip.
When'll he be back?
Well, you see... Oh, look, Ted. I wouldn't do this if I could help it. But there's no way out of it.
What is it? What's the matter?
Well, it's pretty bad. Well, I gotta tell you. Your daddy, he ain't coming back. Easy, son, easy. You see, he was gonna have an operation and well, it... Oh, there now. Easy. Easy. Nice dishes, huh?
No.
Well, they seem kind of nice to me. Of course, I ain't what you'd call a judge.
A judge ain't what I'd call you if I started calling now.
Shh, he'll hear you.
What do I care if he hears me? I always knew you were a suck up a blonde, but when a kid of 11 can make a chump out of you just by telling you some story.
He never told me no stories. He
never told you no story. If I ever heard a good one. He didn't want to go on living if we wouldn't stay here and take care of him. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, shut up, will you? If you'd have been up there and heard.
Oh, here, give me this.
What's the matter?
Well, do you call that white? Look at the egg on it.
Hey. This ain't no egg. That's where the flowers are painted on, see?
Oh, a bull in a china shop, for heaven's sakes. All right, go ahead and laugh. But listen, I'll give you 2 days to get somebody to take care of him, and then we're out and gone. Remember, 2 days and no more.
Now, let's see. Last month it was... No, that's month before last. Month before last it was 1840. No, I'm wrong. I can't read my own figures. It was 1810. This month it's 2246. You're right, Mrs. Bailey. It was our mistake, but it was unintentional, I assure you.
So long, fellas. I want a pound of bacon sliced thin, box of oatmeal, and 4 bunches of spinach.
Hello, Mom.
Do you have to go around yelling all the time?
Well, what are you getting?
Stuff for dinner.
Well, say, Mom, can we have a watermelon?
No, we can't have a watermelon.
Jimmy's folks, they're having a watermelon tonight.
Oh, yeah? And where does Jimmy's father work? In the oil fields? No, he does not. He works in a bank. And you know what they have in a bank, don't you? Money. That's what they have in a bank. Money. Look out, don't step on my flowers.
I can't see on account of the watermelon.
I had enough trouble bringing him through the hot spell.
Plenty of milk and spinach, that's what they need. Say, did I tell you what my kid said about? I mean about the sunspots affecting radio reception.
3 times you told me already.
Imagine a kid knowing all about such things.
Hey, get that stuff in special class, don't he?
Yeah, and the kid has got to be pretty darn smart to get in that special class. Say, did I tell you what he told me?
Yeah, you told me. Hi, Chief.
Hello.
Where's Dad?
Doing his homework.
Say, I wonder if them teachers are double-crossing him. He's no dumbbell.
Who said he was a dumbbell?
Hey, Mom.
Yeah?
Oh. Say, Mom, you know, if A sells B 40 kegs of molasses, don't you think... Oh, hi, Pa.
Hello, Ted.
I didn't know you were home.
Say, Ted, what about this radio and sunspot business?
Oh, you mean about sunspots affecting radio reception?
Yeah.
Oh, scientists have known for a long time now that exploding sunspots are regularly putting shortwave radios out of commission and decreasing the Earth's magnetic field.
Magnetic fields. You kidding me?
Let him have it. He asked for it.
Well, people used to be surprised when their radios would suddenly go dead. Now they know that these phenomena occur every 54 days. And for several years now, scientists have been making observations with their spectrohelioscope and...
Attaboy.
Do you know what our teacher in special class says?
Special class?
Well, didn't Mom tell you about them putting me in a special class?
Oh, why should I go around shouting about it? Is there any reason he shouldn't be in special class?
I knew it.
That ain't all you're gonna know if you don't get out of here and let me finish dinner. Go on and wash up. It's almost ready. And comb your hair in the back, both of you.
Hey, Mom! Say, Mom...
You have to take the steps 3 at a time.
Oh, but, Mom... Gee, you look pretty today.
Do I? What do you want?
Oh, there's a Mrs. Charles and 2 other ladies downstairs to see you.
Mrs. Charles? That old hyena.
She does at that.
Does what?
Look like a hyena.
Listen, young man, that's no way to speak about your elders. Mrs. Charles is a very important woman in this town. Tell her I'll be right down. Now, wait a minute. Go down and put the tea kettle on and go over to the store and get some of those little mixed cookies. Here, and hurry up.
Yes, Mrs. Bailey. I was telling Mrs. Jones, when you first came here, how lucky we are to have such nice people in the neighborhood as you and your husband.
Well, won't you have another cookie, Mrs. Charles?
Thank you. An oil town is apt to draw all sorts of people, so much riffraff. But you and your husband are such nice, quiet home folks. Well, I can't tell you how delighted we are.
Oh, thank you. Won't you have one, Mrs. Jones?
Oh, no, thank you. I'm on a diet.
Oh, yes, excuse me.
Mrs. Bailey, several of us ladies have gotten together.
Yes. Then you'll accept? Why not?
Oh, that's just splendid.
I know you'll do some wonderful work.
Oh, thank you.
The following sentence correct or incorrect? I saw my duty and I done it. I seen my...
So nice to have seen
Thank you.
And thank you for the tea.
Oh, that's all right.
And don't forget the committee.
Oh, no. Oh, are you home already?
Hi, Chief. Hey, what do you know? Boyce Kenton got knocked out in the 3rd round in Cleveland.
Oh, that's phony. It's time somebody showed him up.
What them women want?
Can't the neighbors call without wanting something?
I thought I heard one of them say something about you doing some work for him.
Oh, you hear too much.
What'd they want?
Nothing. Well, they're starting a Better Yards and Garden Club, and...
And what?
Well, and they want me to be president, that's all.
President? You?
Well, I have a pretty nice garden, haven't I? What's the gag? Maybe I can laugh, too.
I was just thinking if some of the gang back in town could hear that 30 yards and guidance.
Do you think they'd cry if they could see you with your nose stuck in Ted's grammar all the time?
Well, you can't have a kid ashamed of the way his old man talks, can you?
Oh. Well, what's biting you?
I don't know. It's the way you've changed.
And whose fault is it? Do you know I haven't had a facial since I've been here?
No?
No. And look at those dishpan hands.
They ain't hurt you none, Chief. You look better than ever before.
Oh, the business, huh? You think you can flatter me into staying here? Well, let me tell you, mister. The minute Ted graduates from the 8th grade, we're going right back where we belong, understand?
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the prudent plain. America, America.
Look at him, he's dogging it. Deadpan, fish face. Is that a way to put a song across?
And from thy good with brotherhood.
I don't think none of them are so hot.
Did I tell him to smile or didn't I?
Oh, beautiful for patrons sing, that sees beyond all years. Thine alabaster citadels gleam, haunted by human tears. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and round thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we will award the Gold Honor Button. This honor button, as you know, is given each term to the pupil who's won the greatest number of merit buttons. The gold button for this term has been won by Master Ted Bailey. And now, I wonder if the father of Ted Bailey wouldn't like to come up and pin this little token of honor on his son. Mr. Bailey, if you please.
On your feet, sap.
There. And now, I wonder if you'd say a few words, Mr. Bailey.
Huh?
Ladies and gentlemen, the father of our honor pupil for this term, Mr. Bailey.
Well, I don't know much about making a speech, but, well, all I can say is, well, schools are all right. Yes, sir, they're okay. I think that people should go to school for a little while anyhow and learn a little this and that. You know, I went to school for a little while anyhow, and most people go to school for a little while. I think schools are all right. Yes, sir, they're okay. Of course, I don't know much about them, but...
What's the meaning of all this?
He can't laugh at my father. Let me go off quick.
Here now, boy. Wait a minute, boy. Wait a minute.
The next event of the evening, 4 rounds. In this corner, at 198, Spider Webster.
everything go. Go back to your corners and come out fighting.
Slag?
Yeah, senior graduates this fall. Ought to see him play football.
Not me. I can't stand football. It's too rough.
That you, Slag?
Oh, hello, Chief. I didn't know you were still up.
Where have you been?
Working.
What's that?
What's what?
That.
Oh, one of them swinging chains on a moving crane cracked me.
The same crane that cracked you last Thursday night?
That's funny. I forgot about that.
Been fighting again, hey?
How do you know?
I must be a mind reader. Well, come on, sit over there and I'll fix your face up. You've been doing quite a little fighting on the side lately, haven't you?
Well, a little this and that.
Here, turn your face to the light.
You see, it's $20 in.
What does Ted need now?
Oh, it isn't anything now, but... Well, I was talking to Professor Andrews the other day, and he was telling me what it cost him.
What cost?
College.
Say that again.
College. You see, you got to...
Look here, Slag Bailey. We came down here just to stay one day. You talked me into staying 2. Then it was a year. Then it was just until Ted graduated from grammar school. All right, I stuck. Then what?
Well...
High school. 4 years I stuck here.
Sure you did, Pat, but...
And now college. I've been waiting for that.
Oh, look, Pat. It won't take long. What I was thinking was, well... You see, he's pretty good in football, and if he could make the team up in Dartmouth, what...
Dartmouth?
Sure.
He's not going to Dartmouth. It's too far away. He's going at all. It's right here to the State University.
State University? Why, they're no better than a high school team. He's going to Dartmouth.
But we'd never see him except on Christmas and holidays.
Professor Andrews says Dartmouth.
And I say State University.
Dartmouth.
State University.
Dartmouth.
This way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get him, get him. That's the way to go down.
Just because this game's called football doesn't mean you can't use your head, Bailey. Now, why try to run over a man you could sidestep? A change of pace would have put you in the clear. Remember that.
Okay, Coach.
All right, and this time try and do it.
Little doubt that Bailey will be the unanimous choice for All-American quarterback this year.
He's a natural, Cash. Had more publicity build-up than any college man in the last 5 years. Why, if we could get him lined up as a title prospect, we'd clean up.
I think you've got something there.
Hey, Mom.
Well, what now?
What'd you do with my black and white striped tie?
Oh, I didn't mean for you to come find it. I
know. Black and white striped tie. Well, where did you have it last?
Well, I know I had it here somewhere. What do you do with things when I come home? Gosh, I never can find anything in this house.
Well, if you'd only pay some attention to where you put your things.
Hey, what's all the row?
Oh, nothing new. I'm trying to get this scatterbrained jitterbug where... They say two of a kind is better than nothing, but if you're a pair, I'll take 5 cards.
You think I'll ever amount to anything, Mom?
Not brains enough to get ready for a 20-mile trip to Mercer, and he wants to know if he'll ever amount to anything.
Oh. It's the tickets for the game, Dad.
He won't need any tickets to the game, Dad. Do you think he has nothing better to do than chase around the country to see you play football? He works, you know. He works.
Well, how about you, Mom?
I work, too.
Little kiss for good luck?
No little kiss.
Oh, come on, Mom. You know I couldn't run 10 yards without one.
All right, you big lunk.
You better be at the game, Dad. We're gonna wipe them off the map.
You mean they ain't got nothing to say about it?
Not a peep. So long.
Oh, Ted. Ted, your suitcase.
Oh, that's right. Thanks, Mom. Bye.
Good luck, Dad.
Football.
State University's ball on their own 23. And coming out of the huddle now up to the line of scrimmage. Bailey is calling signals.
3, fight!
Nice lawn. Come on, Bailey, let's make this fun. What a beautiful piece of broken field run. Uh-oh, a fight in the grandstand. Well, what's a football game without a fight?
Hey, knock him out, Flack. You leave him alone.
Nobody can tell me Ted Bailey doesn't rate All-American.
Come on, get out.
Now, wait a minute.
Never mind about the minutes, buddy. It's days we figure on in here.
Hey, come back here.
Shut up.
You talking to me?
Pipe down or I'll turn you off like a radio.
Hey, listen, tough guy.
Slag.
Buzz Kenton.
Yeah.
What are you doing in here?
I took a poke at a cop.
Yeah?
Yeah, come in last night in a freight and he grabbed me. Was doing all right till 2 more hopped in.
Oh, gee, that's tough. Where you been otherwise?
What do you think? Thanks, Slag.
You ought to know better than to do that.
Yes, Your Honor, I suppose I should, but
You should never plant them in wet ground.
I found that out.
Dry soil and plenty of roughage. That's what dahlias need. You must come and see my wife's collection. She's quite a dahlia specialist. That him?
That's him. Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm glad to be able to oblige.
$2.
Hey, Pat. Buzz Kenton's back there in the cell.
Oh, he is he?
Well, don't you think we
No,
ought to...
I don't think. Why should we do anything for that guy? If it hadn't been for him, we might be sitting pretty now.
Yeah, he was a crazy guy, all right. Say, what had become of that blonde that used to work for Pat? What was her name?
Betty?
Yeah, Betty, that was it. Remember her?
Remember her? I married her.
What?
I didn't take. You know, after I was knocked out that time in Cleveland, she run off with Dizzy Williams. Got to liking her liquor, too.
Poor Betty. She wasn't a bad kid at heart.
Oh, well. Some go one way and some go another. She went for the gin bottle and you took the washing dishes.
Just how do you mean that?
What difference does it make which way you go as long as you're gone?
Say, I wonder whatever happened to that battling Jameson.
What do you mean gone? Who's gone?
Oh, you don't exactly figure one of them movie scots would drag you up to Hollywood, do you?
Say, listen, you.
Sit down, Pat.
Oh, what's the matter with this Slag? You got mirrors around the house, ain't you?
Hey, Buzz.
She figures she's listed in this year's beauty contest winners.
What's the matter, Chief?
Let's get out of here.
I could make more on one fight than I do here in a year. Get you some of the things you've been going without.
Hey, Mom. Dad.
Don't let him come up here. I don't want him to see me this way.
All right. I'll be right down.
Say, Dad,
Cash Enright.
Slag. You know Mr. Enright, Dad?
Yeah, I know him. What are you doing here?
I didn't know this young fellow was yours.
Never mind that. What do you want?
Well, say, this is quite a coincidence. Young man, this ought to be easy. We won't have any trouble selling your father our proposition.
Mr. Enright says I have a swell chance to make a lot of money in the next 2 or 3 years.
Yeah? How?
Do I have to tell you?
Well, he's not going to make much money playing football.
Who said anything about football? Fighting, Slag.
Oh, fighting.
Sure, it'll be a cinch to build him up for a shot at the title.
I see.
We'll give him a big build-up as the college wonder. Play the football angle strong. There's even a chance he might make the championship. But if he don't, look at all the dough he can pick up on the way.
I was kind of figuring on you finishing college, but...
Oh, no time for that, Slag. This kid has got to cash in while he's hot. I'll have him in the ring by January. Throw him in against a couple of palookas and then head for the big dough.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Look at all the things I could do for you and Mom.
That's right. More than I could.
I knew you'd see it my way, Slag. Now, all we got to do is sign him up.
Oh, no. That's not all you gotta do.
Hello, Pat. I didn't expect to see you here.
Get out of here.
Hey, Mom.
Shut up.
Now, wait a minute, Pat. I only wanted...
You only want to get your hands on another poor kid and hammer the heart and sense out of him like you did to all the others, just to make a few more dirty, rotten dollars.
Take it easy, Pat.
You shut up, too. Listen, Cash. If you talk that kid into going in the fight racket, I'll...
Gee, Pat. And all the time I thought you wanted things fixed so you could get away from here and...
I know what I want.
Can't you keep her quiet for a minute?
Outside you and stay out.
Now, listen, Dad. I brought Mr. Enright down here
and he'll make you a dim-witted, pulp-faced, burnt-out old man before you've had a chance to know what it's all about. You'll make you a pal of all the crooks and chiselers and cheap women from coast to coast and join them in laughing at you when you're slap-happy and through. He'll make you rich for a minute and poor for the rest of your life. That's what he'll do for you. Now get out of here, or for once in your easy life, you're going to get what's coming to you.
You stay here.
Listen, Dad. I can't throw away a chance like this. Suppose I do finish college. It'll be years before I can make any real money, and you know it. But if I grab this, I can clean up in a couple of years.
Clean up in a couple of years. Say, listen, I know what Cash Enright does to people.
Yeah, I could tell you a few things.
You stay out of this. Let me tell you about a guy I ran into this afternoon. He was a college fella, too, started to clean up in a couple of years. You should have seen him. A dirty, cheap crook on his way to a cell in the pen or a cot in the flop house.
But look at all the big-time fighters, Dad. They're not.
Yes, and for every top-notcher, there's 100 walking on their heels.
Look what I could do for you and Mom.
We don't want things done for us. Not that way.
We've always looked after ourselves.
Yes, you've looked after me, too. I don't forget that. But you can make my decisions for me.
This is one we've got to make for you, kid.
Oh, so I'm still a kid, am I?
It looks that way.
Then I won't argue with you. I'll just tell you. I'm going through with that deal.
You're not.
I'm 21 and I can take care of myself now.
Oh, you can take care of yourself, can you?
You bet I can. And what's more, I'm going to.
Now, you listen to me. You're going back to school the way we planned and amount to something. If it takes longer to get to that way, then you're going to take longer. I've been through enough of the fight racket myself to know.
You?
Yes, me. I wasn't anything but a third-rater. Maybe I'm nothing but a has-been now. But I still got enough fight left in me to knock that fool notion out of your head. Take care of yourself, can you?
You bet I can.
Well, start doing it. Put up your hands. How do you like it, prize fighter?
How do you like it, prize fighter?
Give it to him, Slag. Show him. Knock him out.
Dad, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry.
You ought to be. Picking Cash Enright instead of him. After him sweating his life away to give you a chance like other boys. And you, not even his. Going without so you could have the things your father wanted you to have. Sneaking out at nights and letting those guys make a chopping block out of him so you could go to college. Trying to give you a chance to be something better than he was. And if you ever turn out to be 1/10 as good.
Dad, I didn't mean it.
Oh, sure you didn't.
Dad, I'll go back to school if you still want it.
It would be better that way, Ted. Honest, it would. I wanted you to be different from me and the rest of the mugs. That's the way your real dad wanted it for you.
I know. Look, Dad, will you do something for me?
Do anything in the world for you, kid.
Can't you fix it to adopt me? I mean, really. So you'll be my folks, on the level.
Well, Ted, there's something I gotta tell you. We can't adopt you. Because you see, we're...
Will you shut up, you big yap? Ted, run upstairs like a good boy and get some witch hazel that's in the medicine chest and some cotton.
Sure, Mom.
What do you mean we can't adopt him?
Well, you gotta be married to adopt anybody. That's the law.
Oh, so that's the law, is it? Well, let me give you some law, you big numbwit.
I, Harrington, Percival, take thee, Patricia, to be my wedded wife.